What's going on today, guys and girls? This is a KFI 700 Pioneer 700 or 704 rear bumper. I decided to get it because my kid's riding in the back and there's not really a cushion between if someone hits you and the back seat passengers. And also, I believe the tailgate's pretty expensive to replace, and $140 bumper is a little cheaper than, I'm sure, replacing all them parts right there on top of all the Honda parts. So, all right, I'm showing the video of it already installed first because if you watch the video, I'll put it in there. I put the brackets on backwards. These little tabs on the top of the brackets need to go in. And same on this side, it needs to face in. The bumper goes on the outside of the brackets and you bolt it on. One bolt on top and two on the sides. When I did it, I put it on backwards and it didn't work, so I had to take it all apart. And instead of taking all the doors and everything back apart, I wrestled with it and took a 10mm bolt underneath right up in there, and then the other bolt you can get to. There's only 2 bolts to hold the brackets on. So watch the video, however you want to do it, use your discretion, but let you know that you can take it all apart and put it on, or you can wrestle with it and not have to take everything apart. I appreciate y'all watching. Here's the video, and enjoy. Out right now is I have 2 flatheads, a 1/2-inch socket, a 10mm socket, and a T40 hex head there. That's for taking the doors off on each side. And then I got to take this off right here, a push pin, this Phillips head. This is a 10mm over here, a 10mm back in there, and a 10mm right here. And we're going to take this housing or this cover off, and we're going to take this whole panel off right here, I believe. Well, that was kind of disappointing, as you can see right there. See if it'll focus in. It is stripped out. I'm guessing factory cross-threaded that hole right there in the top. I'm going to see what I can do to fix it, but just be careful when you're taking yours out. That might happen to you. It literally, get in there, it stripped it all the way out. Alright, so I got both doors off. Now I'm going to start back on the corner back there and start removing the hardware. Alright, so looking after this and what I've already done, I took it apart. The fender comes off, as you can see, or slides. So what we're trying to get to is this bolt right up in there. Let me zoom in. Focus. So the bracket's going to go there and right there in that hole on that tube. I got this apart. This cover come off the side right here. Take all the screws off. This is just loose, and I got to figure out, I may have to unplug the light and slide it up. I don't know exactly how to get it all the way off, but get out of the way so I can get that bolt. And once I do that, I'll get the bracket on and show you what I had to do to get there. All right, so what I did on this step was I kind of like pushed up as far as I could get this to go up and kind of jarred it up, then got to the screw and took it out there. Here goes on right there, and a bolt goes there, then a bolt goes up front in that hole right there. For these brackets down here, I suggest you can put your finger on this side through the bracket and go ahead and put the screw facing this way. And you'll probably have to put a socket over here and possibly a pair of pliers or wrench on this side to catch the nut that comes in the hardware kit. In the kit, they give you a new 10mm bolt to go on this back side up here, and it comes with a lock washer. So don't use the original hardware. Use the 10mm bolt supplied in the kit with the lock washer to go right there. Alright, so I got the bracket on. The new hardware 10mm bolt goes up there with the lock washer. This is the bracket, and you can see the lock or nut back there, and the lock bolt and the lock nut. Jeez, can't speak right now. So I got the 2 bolts in, left side brackets on. I think a good thing to mention is when you take that bracket off right there, which is right there, there's this little black washer with an inlay fitting that fits like, just like that. Let me get you over there. Anyway, it fell out, went in the crack, had to go down there and chase it, found it. But just when you're taking off, just keep in mind that will fall off and you'll probably be looking for it. So just like the other side, I got this side, I got the bracket mounted. I got the 10mm longer bolt with the lock washer on there. And then I got the lock nut back there on the bolt to the back side. And another little trick, when you're doing all this, you could cut this zip tie right here or not. I try to kind of like pull it a little bit and then give me some slack so that way I can force this fender up to get to that bolt and take it out. All right, so brackets are about on. I'm gonna go ahead. I already got that side, the door, and the other thing panel back on. I'm gonna get this all back together, get this fender back on the door, and then we'll be mounting the bumper on here. All right, guys, sorry about that. I had to use a side-by-side, move some stuff around. But so once you get your brackets on, you're gonna put your bumper on. It hugs on the outside. You have a bolt that goes on top and 2 bolts on the bottom or the side, and then the lock nuts go on the inside there. And same thing on this one. The bumper bracket goes around the bracket. That tab that goes on the inside's right there, and there's 1, 2, 3 bolts that go in there. Sorry about the video. It's kind of chopped up and everything. I put the brackets on backwards and had to, completely redo it. You can take these brackets or put them on. There's a nut right up in there that you'll see in the video, and that one. You can do it without taking all the stuff apart. Oh, yeah, you have to fight with it, but it can be done. Instead of taking all the stuff apart, you can do it that way, or you can take everything apart and do it how the directions say. But just make sure you put your brackets on the right way. And then if you have the lights like me, I checked it. There's no problem. It's hitting a little bit on the bumper, but they still shine down and have plenty of enough light behind you. And if you want them out in a different way, you can. But everything looks the way I like it. It should work out just right. I appreciate y'all watching. And like I said, sorry about the chopped up video. Did it wrong. Had to go all the way back and do it again. But hopefully this helps somebody and keep them from doing what I did. I appreciate y'all watching. Like and subscribing always. Have a great day.